They told me I was too weird-looking to model. I used their hate as fuel, leveled up my skills, leaned into my uniqueness, and now I'm modeling for the same brands they used to gatekeep. 3 years ago, I posted a picture of myself to a popular fashion subreddit, hoping for a little feedback. It was a look I'd spent weeks putting together. Thrifted pieces from 3 different cities, altered with hand-stitching and pins to give it that off-runway feel. I didn't have a professional camera, so I set up my phone with a stack of books, used the self-timer, and stood in the alley beside my apartment. The lighting was moody, my pose a little awkward, but I remember feeling proud of that image. I was trying something. I was showing my face. Within minutes of posting it, I regretted it. The comment section was brutal. I wasn't prepared. I thought maybe people would critique the outfit or suggest how to balance proportions better. But instead, the comments zeroed in on me. Not the clothes, not the creativity, my face. I thought this was a joke at first. You've got a haunted doll vibe. Fashion is supposed to elevate you, not make you look like a rejected Sims character. This is why certain faces just aren't meant for modeling. Some comments were outright cruel. Others masked the same contempt behind helpful advice, telling me to soften my features, learn better contouring, or even suggesting plastic surgery. That night, I cried in bed with my phone turned face down. I deleted the post, then uninstalled Reddit for a few weeks, but something about it stayed with me. Not just the sting of humiliation, but the realization that I had believed them, even just for a moment. Something changed. After that, after the shame wore off, I got angry. Really, really angry. I wasn't mad at the trolls, not entirely. I was mad at myself for giving them so much power. Why had I let a few faceless usernames convince me that I wasn't worth showing up in the world? So I made a quiet promise to myself that night. You're going to show them, not just by looking good, but by becoming undeniable. I went into what I call my villain arc, but not the toxic kind. The kind where you rebuild yourself brick by brick. I didn't try to make myself look like the influencers with symmetrical features and flawless skin. Instead, I leaned into what made me different. I studied angles, lighting, and self-photography like it was a college course. I took up skincare as a ritual, not a punishment, slowly healing my cystic acne scars. I learned makeup techniques not to cover my features but to emphasize them. Sharp, graphic liners, bold colors that suited my undertones, matte lips in weird shades. I followed models who didn't fit the mold. They had faces you couldn't forget. I started taking better photos. At first with my phone, then with a second-hand DSLR I bought after doing a few odd gigs. I made mood boards for shoots using free Pinterest templates. I began tagging brands on Instagram. I even gave myself a stage name, something ambiguous, gender-neutral, and cool. The first break was small, but it lit a fire in me. A local streetwear brand messaged me after I posted a picture in one of their shirts styled with oversized trousers and bold red eye makeup. They loved the look and asked if I'd be interested in doing a shoot with them. It wasn't paid, just product exchange. But I didn't care. I went. I showed up with a duffel bag of accessories and ideas. They let me style myself, and after we wrapped, the creative director pulled me aside and said, "You've got a face, like a brandable face." I'll never forget that. After that, more messages came. Sometimes small makeup brands, sometimes niche accessories labels looking for something offbeat and memorable. I started collaborating with photographers, makeup artists, and stylists. I was even invited to model for a queer-inclusive fashion show in Germany last year. Here's the best part: the brands. They used to worship, they're now working with me. I won't name names, but some of the same high-end streetwear brands that were constantly referenced in the subreddit where I was mocked, brands people used to flex in Rate My Fit threads, are now sending me PR packages. I've done campaigns for a globally recognized avant-garde shoe brand, a Korean skincare label that wanted real faces with real stories. A digital fashion platform that turns your photos into virtual avatars. I've walked for 2 local fashion weeks. I've been featured in an indie magazine. My follower count passed 100,000 last month. And I didn't change my face. Not one bit. I didn't soften my jaw. I didn't fix my asymmetry. I didn't hide my scars. I just learned how to make people see what I see. And then one day, a message. About 6 months ago, I got a DM from a Reddit account I recognized. I dug through my archived screenshots and confirmed it. They were one of the top commenters in that original hate thread. They messaged me, "Hey, I saw your face in a campaign. At first I didn't realize it was you, but then I remembered that post from years ago. Just wanted to say, I was wrong. You look incredible. Respect." I didn't reply. I didn't block them either. I just left the message there like a fossil. So, why am I sharing this? Because someone out there might be feeling like I did that night. Humiliated, raw, and invisible. If that's you, listen. You are not defined by how strangers see you. You do not need to look like everyone else to be seen, loved, or admired. And, most importantly, sometimes the features they mock become your most powerful signature. I was mocked for my looks. Now I get paid to show my face. And I wouldn't change a thing.